One man, one mission to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The anxiety guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the anxiety guy.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode number 113 of the Anxiety Guy podcast. I'm Dennis Simsek, and today I've got a heavy subject for you, but you know what? We don't sugarcoat stuff in this podcast. I tell you how it is, and you take that information and use it to get to a better place in your life. Today it's about why a part of you must die in order to create something new. What does that mean? That means that with this death of someone comes sacrifice of memories, decisions, values, beliefs, and identity. You must die to begin living. I had to die to begin living, which meant that I had to give up the things that I thought were true. I had to give up who I thought I was. I had to give up my memories. I had to give up the decisions that I made. I had to accept these things for what they were, things in my past, but not things in my present or my future. We cover up our beliefs. We don't face them because those demons are too scary to face. And we carry around a bag full of things called emotions and beliefs. And that bag, I tell you, got so heavy that it manifested into an anxiety disorder. Now, being who you are today served a purpose way back when. The question is, my friends, what purpose did it serve? Which authority figure did you have to become? Whose beliefs became your beliefs? If you think about it, I want you to recognize the years between the ages of 0 and 10 and see where health anxiety, GAD, manifested from. From who, which thoughts, which experiences. Because I can tell you something. This anxiety thing that you're going through has a lot to do with someone else, something else, some experience, something you read, something you saw. And you had to become an over-worrier, a perfectionist, a over-controller. You had to become that person as a child to serve a need. What was that need? You were searching for acceptance. You were searching for love. You were searching for something. And the only way to get that thing from that authority figure was to become like the authority figure. If you were somebody else, you were not going to meet that need. You were not going to get that need. You were not going to gain that love and that attention and that respect that you craved so much. So you had to become someone else. And what happened along the way into your teens, your 20s, and so forth is you kept adding more experiences to those original core beliefs. You kept growing this identity to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And next thing you know, there were so many legs that were built around that tabletop, those experiences. And now everything's fuzzy. Nothing makes sense. The world is foggy. Your thoughts are crumbled up. And there's no clarity. And the truth is, my friends, you are the luckiest person alive because you have anxiety. Dennis, are you crazy? No. Hear me out here. You are the luckiest person alive because you have anxiety and not a physical ailment. Your challenges are changeable. But many people out in the world today are dying, optionless. My friends, it's about perspective. Today's the day that you must take a new perspective over what you're going through. Remember, anxiety is uncomfortable. Sometimes very uncomfortable, but not life-threatening. I remember the days when I walked into that children's hospital and I had to find a new perspective. And as I walked into the halls of that hospital, child after child after child reminded me of how lucky I actually was. I was sensitized. They were dying. two completely different universes. They were happy. I was miserable. They were happy. I was miserable. I couldn't believe it. I walked out of that hospital with so much guilt. I started crying, bawling my eyes out, saying, "What have I created? Who am I? What keeps these things going? I am so lucky to be able to change this, and yet I'm more miserable than those kids that have terminal illnesses in that hospital." That guilt followed me to the point where I finally made a decision to change the way I saw myself, my beliefs, and I decided that a large part of me that day needed to die. It needed to go away, and it needed to be replaced with someone else. For so long, you thought you had it so bad, when in fact you have it so good. Good because you have the power to change your current state. That's why you have it good. And the timeline that created your anxiety needs to be focused on. The timeline. When did these thinking patterns begin? 7, 10, 12, 15, however old you were. And back then, your brain was like a sponge. You took in everything. If an authority figure said something, that meant that you were going to say that eventually. If they thought something, you were going to think that same way. If they behaved in a certain way, you were going to behave in that way. So the timeline, as the timeline went on, those experiences grew, and you became stronger as an anxious person, an over-worrier. A lot of people I talk to with anxiety say, "I'm a perfectionist." What are you perfect at? What are you perfect at? How is that helping you? If something is not helping you in your life right now, we've got to change it. Today is about the realization of what created this person who is on a fear-based autopilot today. This realization is stronger than any skill set or technique you could ever implement, my friends. This simple realization. This realization that your memories must go away now. I believe it was Richard Bandler, the founder of NLP, that says, we confuse thinking with remembering, which means that when we think that we're thinking about something, we're actually remembering a past experience, something that happened to us. And the truth is that the more we remember, the more we avoid, the more we fear, the more we see ourselves as a lack of. So, the memories must be put behind us. We must either accept that what has happened, fully accept, or we must express something to the people that we haven't expressed something to yet. To close my eyes and to remember someone who fed me with these core beliefs of lack, these limiting beliefs, to be face to face with that person and to express myself in a way where it's so healthy. I no longer have that trapped emotion. It doesn't mean I have to physically go to that person and talk to that person. I don't have to do that. My mind doesn't know the difference. Your mind doesn't know the difference between something that is physically experienced and something that is imagined with great emotion behind it. Because emotion is the language of the heart. If you can create emotion in something, guess what? The more emotion, the more deeply that gets stored in your subconscious mind. That's why a lot of people try to do these affirmations and there's no emotion behind them. I am a good person. I am a good person. I am a good person. Do you believe it? Or are you just saying it? Do you do it when things get negative and you're fearful? Or do you do it when you're neutral and feeling good? Your heart is the decider of everything. If your heart doesn't feel it, nothing gets stored. You are not a good person. So, we must understand, to become someone else, we must give up on who we currently are 100%, not 99%. We must give up how we see ourselves. We must give up these beliefs that we carry around. You know, a lot of what you believe is actually false. Can you believe that? I mean, think about the realization right now. You've been believing a lie. I lived a lie for so long. I thought people were scary. I thought people were very judgmental. Lies. People are friendly. People are helpful. People love me. What else? I believed that my beliefs couldn't change. Whatever was there is there for life. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, people used to say. Well, what about neuroplasticity? What about neuroscience that proves that we can create new neural pathways in our brain as long as there's repetition, emotion, and a strategy in place? What about that? What if you've been believing all these things about people, yourself, and the world around you, and what if they were all lies? What if the world isn't so scary? What if that panic attack doesn't happen again? What if your symptoms never manifest into something physical? What if? I know you think about what if a lot if you're a health anxiety sufferer. You think about what if when it comes to the symptoms. You're scared of what it's going to manifest into. But what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't ever manifest into something physical? What if you can change your thought patterns? What if you can change your behaviors? What if you can change your perspectives over the world and your future? Huge realization. I bet you never took the time to entertain thoughts around these new beliefs. The only thoughts that you entertain are the fearful ones because they're so deeply programmed and conditioned. What if you entertain something different starting today? You know what's going to happen? A big part of you is going to die, and you're going to begin living your life the way you truly want to and the way you deserve to live. That's what's going to happen. And there's no skill set today. There's no technique. There's only clarity. There's only the realization of the idea that you've been living a lie. And your beliefs, your values, your identity, your memories, your decisions, you can take that bag with all that stuff that you carry around in your body as trapped emotions and experiences. Take that bag, get a rocket, put that bag on the rocket, shoot that rocket up to Mars, and let it explode so that it never comes back again. And then begin entertaining thoughts that serve the new you. This is what's called the spiderweb effect. The spiderweb effect is where a thought connects to another thought until it creates an emotion. And the more emotional something is, as we mentioned, the more deeply it gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. So, let's begin creating new emotions and let's begin entertaining thoughts that promote better health, because your over-worrying habit isn't making you more healthy. It's giving you the opposite of what you truly want. You want to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, don't you? Don't you want to be more healthy? Can you see how what you're currently doing is not serving you, is not giving you what you truly want? You've got to see through these things if you want to get to the other side. You've got to see through your patterns, your habits that you've created that are now automatic, unconscious, autopilot. You must see through these things and you must begin to shift the way you see those thoughts, those beliefs, and the way you see yourself. So today, let's embrace this new you. Let's put aside this person that you've created, that you think you are, when in fact you aren't. Let's put that person aside. Let's destroy that person. And today, let's begin thinking, acting in a way that serves your higher self, your higher purpose. And let's create an energy within you that promotes good health, good wealth, good abundance, good relationships, good contribution, everything that you truly want. I love you guys so very much. You are more than anxiety. Make sure to share this podcast episode with someone who needs it, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.